This is one of the maps we have plenty of experience on, a map quite actually popular amongst our players, and here we go, spawning in the top left hand corner of Persephone. We have the Polish Protoss player, the green Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, also from the land of Poland, representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer. And you know what time it is if you're in the chat. It's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Will it go the way of Krystianer? Will it go the way of Gerald? Up to you. Up to you to make that decision. Best of luck when it comes to your predictions. Best of luck in the chat. As I mentioned before, I do lean towards Krystianer, but I can definitely see a world where Gerald, he can take it to him. Again, they're both very powerful, very strong Protoss players in the European region. They've both been on the rise over the past couple of years, and they do continue to rise up. For now, we have our openers. We do have our initial setups here on the high ground. So 2-gate opener out of Krystianer, likewise 2-gate opener out of Gerald as well. No one is pulling a max packs, no one is going for a more economic start. And welcome to Persephone. Persephone is an interesting one. Once again, the rush distance by ground is relatively short. It's also very direct as well. Krystianer, it looks like he does plan on hiding his pylon though. We actually did see this and feature this previously a couple of days ago in the Hatchery Cup. When I say a couple of days ago, I mean yesterday. Gerald and Krystianer, they played yesterday, and Krystianer, he went for a proxy robo right here in the center of the map, which did actually overwhelm Gerald. We can see that the Krystianer throws down his pylon a little bit further back instead, but the probe is on patrol. Does he intend to proxy? And if so, Stargate or Robo is a prime location for a Stargate. It's a little bit too far back for a Robo, so I'm leaning towards Stargate play. We'll see. Probe Scout comes in, and Gerald, he confirms the pylon is missing. And yep, Stargate. So as we mentioned, the rush distance by air is quite short. By ground it is longer in specifically this location. That's why we assumed it was going to be a Stargate. So proxy Oracle out of Krystianer. Now this is not an all-in. Bear that in mind. It is only a Stargate for an Oracle to get into the bases, to wreak havoc, to focus down as many probes as possible. And then the plan is for Krystianer to expand behind it, and to have an economic lead. Meanwhile, Gerald, remember, he's scouted. He knows that the pylon is missing. Gerald, he knows that something is wrong. And it's up to Gerald to determine what exactly is happening. As they come into the shade. Oh no! Ooh, they did miss a shot, but they do focus on the probe. The probe is targeted down. Oh, and Gerald, he scouts. He confirms he does get eyes on the Stargate. He's moving into cancel to try to focus on that pylon. And now he knows to be ready back at home. There we go. Shield battery is on the way. One shield battery is enough to keep that mineral line safe. Meanwhile, the Adepts are busy with the pylon. Likewise, Stalker's busy with the pylon as well. And it looks like with this, Krystianer, he will lose control of the Stargate. Throws down to the pylon. Ah, there's no shot. There's no shot he can hold on to this. Adepts are on the way, but it's too little too late. Pylon goes down, and the proxy gets completely shut down. No Oracle. No Oracle whatsoever. A rough start for Krystianer, even getting supply blocked. He's going to get supply blocked. Adepts, they threaten to move out. At the same time, Stalker's moving in. Krystianer, he's in trouble, taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage. As more Adepts have arrived. Krystianer trying to shade into the bases, but Gerald, he's on point, he's on notice. He walls. Gerald, he fully walls off. Likewise, Krystianer, he does not wall. And two Adepts, they can one-shot probes. They can and they will. They get 1, 2, 3, 4, getting up to 5 probe kills in the main. Can we get 6? Can we get more? Apparently not. Getting up to 5. Meanwhile, across the map, Adepts, they are denied access. They do not get into the bases. They force the shield battery to be made. They get some damage. But this is better here. This is cleaner for Gerald. Takes down the Adept. Remember, the Oracle never did finish. And Krystianer is going to try to repower this. It's going to be so delayed. Likewise, a bit of a desperation move. Krystianer, he is going for the Dark Shrine. No, when behind a Dark Shrine. Now, Gerald's back at home. He has no detection yet, but we should be seeing a robo momentarily. On top of that, Adept is focused down, gets 1 probe, hallucination moving out, and can Krystianer deny the hallucination? Can he keep this tech hidden? If not, I mean, that might just be game. Speaking of, ooh, does focus down the hallucination just in time. Gerald, he did scout. He got close enough. He saw the Dark Shrine. We have the robo already in production anyway, and with that, he knows to warp in at detection, knows to warp in observers, and to be in position. So a very strong setup here from Gerald. From here, claiming a third base, setting up back at home. Gerald is looking very secure this time. And Krystianer at every turn, when it comes to the proxy, when it comes to the Dark Shrine, it's all been shut down. No cheese, no shenanigans. Not this time. As Gerald, he's all over it. Blink is now complete. Blink is complete. We have a proxy pylon out on the map. Now, there is still potential for the Dark Templar to get some damage, but the Observer is parked here at the natural. It's just parked at the natural base. Depths, they shade in. They shade in. They get another 3 probe kills. Oh, God. 3 workers go down. Stalkers, they push in towards the natural. Getting another 5 worker kills. From here, he can just blink away. Krystianer trying to chase him down. We'll force the recall. And we'll get 1 Stalker. Oh, gets 2. Does punish. Does punish. At this point, Krystianer, he should be all in. At this point, he's on how many? Jesus, getting up to 5 gateways. So 2 base, 5 gate all in. Did I say 5? 6 gate. So 2 base, 6 gate all in. He's hoping that Gerald invests too heavily here into his economy. And we have a 3rd base. We have shield batteries at the 3rd. We have a saturation as well. That is a big commitment. And it doesn't mean that Krystianer has a comparable army. It is comparable in size, but trying to break a defending player with immortals and with shield batteries is not easy. Gerald, he has everything he needs. Krystianer pulling away. Does pull away, does rotate. Likewise, it ups a thread in the shade. Two thread in the shade. They do get into the main, not bad. They slip into the main base. Probes are going to be going down. Krystianer, he's hitting some damage. Likewise, DTs are waddling into the bases as well. Yeah, probes are falling. Again, DTs, they one-shot workers. And Krystianer, despite being forced into the all-in, I mean, hey, he's getting damage done. Ooh, as he gets another probe. 14 workers going down, going for the gold. He's going for the gold base as well, poking in towards the 3rd, trying to distract Gerald. So far, so good. Gerald's attention is being spread thin. Getting more damage. Still DT in the main. Stalkers, they want to pick up a Stalker. Alas, they don't quite get one. And finally, Gerald, he's holding. Oh no, he's not done. Another DT slips in. Another Dark Templar. Getting up to 20 probes. 20 worker kills. Meanwhile, the gold base is almost up and running. And with that, the economy is like evening up. At least the worker counts, I should say. Like, we have Krystianer with a slight worker advantage. He has Mass Blink Stalker. And with the completion of this Nexus, he can recall. He can recall his workers over. He can saturate. That is the goal. That is the hope. As we are waiting for that recall. Meanwhile, Gerald, he breaks out. And Gerald still has a stronger army, especially with those immortals. There's a recall. Does recall, does saturate. But here we go. Can Krystianer survive? Because he has not seen this until now. And now he knows. Spots the army. He needs those Zealot Warpins. Krystianer poking in. Picks up a Zealot. Does get a Zealot. Likewise has his own force fields. Gateways are finishing up. And remember, with these gold minerals, like, he can afford a lot of Zealots. Only once he gets to the Immortal. Yeah, 1 Immortal goes down. Massive pickoff. There's 1 Immortal left. Krystianer, he knows what he wants. He's going for the chase. Prison towards the left-hand side. Headed for the bases. He checks! He checks. He does not. He does not hit the move command. Zealot say run past, and with that, he knows. Gerald, he's fully aware what's going on. Now he realizes, hold up, I'm not as far ahead as I used to be. How long has this base been up and running? But Gerald, he does confirm. Meanwhile, Krystianer is spread thin. Gerald, he has potential here with this Prism, and Dark Shrine is finishing up. Gerald going for his own DT harass. And Krystianer, he's rotating. He has map control. He will miss the War Prism just barely. DTs are waddling in. Nothing at him to defend. That's a kill. Ooh, that's a kill, not a cancel. There's a cannon on the way at the natural at least. Going for the dive. He wants the Immortals. He gets one. It takes out one Immortal. Now from here he can go for the other. And he will. Back at home, the cannon does hold, does defend. No shot. Krystianer, he was out of this game. The proxy Stargate finished. The DTs failed initially. They got scouted. Ooh, DT at the gold. Nicely done. Dark Templar at the gold base. Krystianer, he races back home. He doesn't like what he sees. DTs are wreaking havoc. Even with cannons, even with detection. This is getting out of hand, and Krystianer, he will lose the expansion. He will lose the gold. Another warp in. Oof. Krystianer, again, it's not easy defending against DTs. We saw Gerald struggle and Krystianer also struggling. He's scrambling for a defense, takes down the Warp Prism. Meanwhile, Nexus goes down, probes are racing back home. And we're getting chaotic. It's getting a little bit hazy here when it comes to our game states. So Krystianer, he's down in workers, he's down in economy. Krystianer is hurting, but his army is comparable. Like the size of the army here is actually comparable with that of Gerald. And remember, Gerald, he's been bleeding out Immortals. He has one Immortal left. Gerald has +2, of course, has the better upgrades. Meanwhile, DT does get eyes on the main army. Krystianer moving in. And can he force field? He will. Yeah, he's going for the main. He's going for the force field. He's trying to look his opponent out. Up, shows what you got. And there we go. Does force field the ramp. The Zealots are left behind. The Immortal as well. Only Stalkers fighting in. And Krystianer can take the best fight possible here. Another force field. That was the final force field though. Again, this is the best fight that Krystianer could hope for. But it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Does blink away. Behind this, DTs are once again in the mineral lines and once again in the bases. Krystianer takes down the cannon. Takes down the cannon. Going for the fourth. Again, it's been impressive what Krystianer's accomplished, but GG gets called too far behind, and Gerald will take game at number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Man with gun. Sorry, not man with gun. Invisible Man, the other one. Invisible Man is pretty good. It's a pretty good unit, Pappy. I mean, it allowed Krystianer to recover and to bounce back in that game, and then it allowed Gerald to also recover and bounce back in the game as well. GG. GG, well played. With that, Gerald does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if Krystianer can bounce back and force the ace match. Let's go. That was a crazy game. Catching up with the chat. Has anyone ever used a healing pad on this map? On this stream, it happens like 3 times, I want to say. It happened most recently this week when we were casting Bjorn. God, who was it? Was it Bjorn versus Estrella? I think it was Bjorn versus Creator. Bjorn versus Creator in a Korean StarCraft League over the weekend. Bjorn, he was assaulting the gold base. Creator had the gold, and Bjorn, he pulled away. He retreated to the healing pad where he was able to heal up because his medevacs were out of energy. His medevacs were out of energy, and Bjorn was able to. This is in like the mid to late game. Like 5 base versus 5 base, and Bjorn, he was able to make use of the healing pad to heal up his bio army, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think that's the 3rd time we've seen it on the channel. But I do recommend it. Do recommend the KSL VODs. As here we go, we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha. We have the Polish Protoss player, the Green Protoss, representing Streamer Zone, leading the series 1-0. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the other Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Offside Esports, down in the series. We'll see if he bounce back, recover, and force the ace match. It is a Krystianer. Here we go. So we're calming down, we're settling in. We do have our initial 2-gate opener out of Krystianer. Likewise, a 2-gate opener out of Gerald. Hello, Krystianer. As Krystianer is going for a fake hidden pylon. I'm assuming fake, as it is on his half of the map. And welcome one and all to Maganatha, the largest map in our tournament map pool. It is the largest map in the ladder map pool, I should say. Long rush distance by ground, a lot of bases to be taken, a lot of expansions. And a proxy robo, we're going for the all-in. Let's go. So one base all-in out of Krystianer, one way or another the game is going to end. Either he breaks Gerald or he dies trying. Gerald back at home. Second pylon, third pylon in the main. Interesting. This pylon placement allows a shield battery on the low ground to help support the expansion. Bit of a safer pylon. As Gerald, he does go for the pylon block. Gerald, he's searching for the proxy, but again, it's a very large map. There's a lot of proxy locations. It is not easy to scout. And again, this is not a usual proxy location either. It's technically on Krystianer's half of the map. Oh, Gerald comes in with a rescout. Does confirm that there's no base. That's a little bit suspect. Stargate follow-up here by Gerald. And here come the Immortals. Here comes the all-in. As he does find the proxy. Does by chance come across it. And with that behind this, going for an Oracle opener, this should lead into Void Ray production. Void Rays are not amazing defensively in this kind of game state, but they can do the job. There we go. We didn't expand. Yeah, Gerald didn't expand. So Stargate into Robo, shield batteries are on the way. He's making a stand here on the ramp. And the Oracle can actually wreak havoc across the map and end the game. And cripple the economy, force the all-in. And cripple the all-in. You know, Krystianer. He's going to push forward. He should be safe. He has a Warp Prism. Going for the gateway. Bearing in mind production is limited here. Phoenix is on the way. Oh, Prism is exposed. Prism has to pull back. And the gateway will fall. Takes down the first gate. Now going for the second. Still warping in. Now, the goal and the purpose of the Phoenix is to lift the Immortal. To lift the Immortal, to crowd control it. Make sure it's a non-factor, a non-issue. There's Recall Oracle bust in. Oracle does bust in, gets 3 probe kills, and this will delay the all-in quite heavily, actually. It forces back Krystianer. Gerald gets a revelation off. Gerald even expanding the confidence. That's a little bit greedy, I would say, by the way, for Gerald to expand. Okay. Oracle goes back in, gets 2 more probes. Very confident play by Gerald. We'll see if we can get away with it. Is the confidence warranted? So we go Krystianer moving in. Let's push forward. Up! Catching out the Stalkers. Getting 1, 2, 3 Stalker kills, but the lift on the Phoenix. And Phoenix does lift, likewise turning away the Prism, lifting another Immortal. Yeah, another Phoenix has arrived, does lift both Immortals, and with that, Gerald, he's holding. He's shutting this down. I say that, both players down to 1 Immortal each. Prism gets picked up, and Gerald, he holds. And bearing in mind, Gerald, he has a base that's about to finish. Krystianer now going for his own expansion as well, but he lost everything. He lost the entire army, just the 1 Immortal escapes. He's waddling away. Get out of here, Pappy. Get out of here. Ah, there's no escaping. Yeah, there's no escaping. I say that we have reinforcements on the way to save this. Oh. Yeah, Stalkers, they will save the Immortal. Nicely done. Krystianer gets the hell out of here, does pull back, and the dust is settling. Where exactly are we here in this game? So Krystianer, he has an economy. He does get his natural up and running. He has an equivalent worker count to his opponent. True. The downside is the tech. Like, what do we have? Nothing. There's no Robo, there's no Stargate, there's no Twilight Council. There is zero tech here for Krystianer. Technically, he has a Robo, but it's depowered, right? It is depowered. There are no more Immortals here for our red Protoss. Meanwhile, Gerald, he has a Robo, a Stargate, now a Twilight Council on the way. Like, Gerald, he has a lot to work with. Gerald, he has that tech lead. And because of that tech lead, he has map control, right? He has stasis traps. The Phoenixes, they're threading dives and picking off some workers and forcing a supply to be kept in the main. Speaking of, probe goes down. And Krystianer, he has a little catching up to do. The economy is one thing, but the tech is another. Likewise, it's how long it's been on an economy as well. As Gerald's opting to go for Blink. So Blink is on the way. Gerald, he can soon take a third. Yep, getting his third base. And as he takes a third, his goal should be to contain. That is Gerald's win condition. To contain Krystianer. Oh, as Krystianer, he does sneak out a third. And Gerald should not allow this to get up and running. Yeah, Gerald, he rotates. And this base should not complete. Like, no shot. Krystianer being cheeky with this base. Stasis trap goes off. And this expansion is going to be denied. And that's all the Gerald needs. That's all he has to do. Just poke in, deny the base, back off. Poke in, deny the base, back off. Doesn't have to keep going. There we go. Once again, the third base is denied. That is all that needs to be done. Gerald pulls away. Getting his third base up and running. Krystianer just now throwing down his own third. Meanwhile, Geralt is about to complete. With that getting better saturation. Now, from the side of Krystianer, we've been focusing a lot on Geralt's win condition. And Geralt's win condition, again, was deny the third and enjoy a greater economy. From the side of Krystianer, he's double expanding. He's double expanding. The other option here is Dark Templar, right? Is DT, going into DTs, going into Blink Stalkers, and going for some counterattacks and some dives into the main and trying to outposition your opponent. Right now, there's a lot of pressure on Krystianer to either be hyper greedy or hyper aggressive, turn this into an all-in, or get something done across the map. Another option would be to maybe rush into Disruptors, which would be difficult because there are Phoenixes on the map. It is not easy. Krystianer is setting up. Likewise claiming his fourth. And the game is slowing down here for a moment. I say slowing down. Remember, this is the largest map in the map pool, so longer rush distance by ground, a lot of bases to take. Krystianer with a double expand, he's able to actually take an economic lead. But you see what I see? No gases. No gases at the third, no gases at the fourth, only one gas at the natural. This is a very heavy zealot composition. It's a very cheap army here for Krystianer. Meanwhile, Geralt's, it's a lot more complex. He's got Immortals, he's got Archons, he's got more Stalkers. There's a lot more going on here for Geralt. Oracle hits the fourth. Takes down 5 workers. Gerald's moving in. Gerald, he has better upgrades as well. He's working on +2. We have a 0-0 here for Krystianer. I do think Gerald can keep going, but it looks like Gerald is going to back off and wait for his upgrades to finish. Oh, but just too much of a deficit here. Krystianer, he will tap out. He is not fond of playing from this far behind. And with that, Gerald will take the win. GG, well played. It was a really rough position for Krystianer. He was down in economy, down in upgrades, down when it comes to the quality of the army. You could argue that as the game progressed, there would be maybe opportunities for his opponent to make mistakes, and to maybe take advantage of that. But it doesn't feel good being in a position where the game is out of your hands, right? It's where the game is, again, you're relying on your opponents messing up more than you making some plays happen. And with that, GG, well played. Krystianer, he does tap out here, and Gerald does advance on to the next round. Let's go. Whew, so strong showing here by Gerald. He does advance on. He does make it to the quarterfinals. Oh, sorry, to the semifinals, and he's waiting for his next opponent. Oh boy, waiting for his next Korean opponent. Let's go. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to catch up on the record yourselves. Meanwhile, my condolences to Krystianer. Again, he's an amazing player, but both in game 1 and in game 2, his initial cheese and aggression and proxies did not work out. Remember, game 1, proxy Stargate failed. Game 2, proxy Robo likewise also did struggle as well. So in neither game did the initial proxies and builds of Krystianer actually find much success. Just some rough positions there.